This channel is provided for informational purposes only. Contact your physician for any diagnostic or treatment plan. Press the like symbol if you enjoyed any part of this video. Thank you. Welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. And let's start off. Blood sugar is 6. It dipped down below 6. 6 is kind of my, hey, you gotta kind of watch yourself, that you're not gonna head too low. Time in range in the last 24 hours is 89%, which is good because remember, you want to be within 70. Time in range, as we just saw, is 89%. Above, I was 11%. So, gotta work on that a bit. The average blood sugar is estimated around 7.7. So, pretty good day. Not a superstar day, but not a bad day whatsoever. Today, I want to talk to you about never giving up on your diabetes. You're going to go through days where diabetes is going to be the worst day ever. You're not going to be able to control it. Because of this, you're going to feel crap. But you need to stick with it. You can achieve greatness. It just takes a little bit of time. A lot of people just seem to think, oh well, I'll just stop eating sugar and I'll just go on a pure plant-based diet and my blood sugars will come super right into range. I won't have to worry about anything. If it was only that simple. You need to be on top of your diabetes. And if you're not achieving the greatness that you think you deserve, don't give up on it. A lot of people claim to get burned out with their diabetes. And I think these two topics kind of intertwine. I think you get burned out because you haven't found your success in controlling your diabetes yet. And that's not all your fault. Listen, there are so many things that can cause your blood sugars to go up. You could be fighting off illness. You could miscalculate your food intake. You may not be taking insulin at the correct time. But these don't make you a bad person. Don't, sit there and go, oh, it's all me. I can remember I had a Christmas party and my mom saying, or she saw me eating one of those candies that come in a box, chocolates, and I took one and I ate it. And she thought the world was coming to an end. Do you know you can lose your eyes? Again, one treat will not cause that. It's important to also dictate. Back then, the fear was you were always going to go high. And you couldn't have any sugar. Anything. If you wanted a piece of cake, you couldn't have the piece of cake. I can remember having a birthday party, and my dad was so adamant that I could not have a slice of birthday cake, of my birthday cake. But again, it was the time, it was the black ages of diabetes care. Now we look at that, okay, you want the piece of cake or whatever? Let's take a look at the carbs, see how many carbs, and then you're able to take insulin to cover that. You have options on how to control your diabetes. If things aren't working well for you, then you need to change something. You may need to go and have a discussion with your doctors and say, okay, this is why. This is not why it's working. It's not working for me. Why? And come up with a plan. It's nice to think, oh, my doctors will come up with a total plan. They know everything about diabetes. A lot of times we need to have input. You need to give your doctors some input on what has worked for you in the past, where you're going, how you're doing things. It may sound ridiculous, but if you've had diabetes for years and doing a simple finger poke, oh yes, I've been doing it for years, I know how to do it. But they say, okay, do blood sugar for me. And then they notice something wrong in your technique, and they find that your blood sugars aren't always as high or as low as you want. I'm just using this as an example. But allow your doctor to ask questions and be truthful. I've always said this, be truthful with your doctor, your diabetic nurse, dietitian. It's your medical. You need to ensure that you're doing all you can. Did I always do that? Hell no. There was a time that I got so upset with my doctor that I stopped really even caring and going and seeing the doctor. I didn't see him after that. Was I giving up on me? You bet I was. If you ask me then, no, you're not. I'm not giving up on me. It's the doctor. He was an idiot. But I guess that's part of maturity. You're going to be upset that things aren't going to work right. You will have questions. Ask these questions. Voice your questions. Find a diabetic friend, a support group. That's kind of what I want to do with this channel. There's an awful lot of diabetes, type 1 diabetes channels out there. I just wanted to give you topics that you could discuss amongst your friends or family or even your doctor. Start a dialogue. You may find that there can be assumptions made on how you've done things in the past, and your doctor may, oh, well, yes, he knows how to do that. But yet, you really need a little tweaking. It's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with you. Sometimes we all need review. And diabetes isn't anything different. As kids growing up with type 1 diabetes, it was all, you're pretty well by yourself. You have to make sure your blood sugars aren't falling out of control. But isolation doesn't work. I ended up not telling my family everything my doctor said, because it always went back to, well, that's not how you treat diabetes. When they were trying to come up with examples or reasons why I was having problems, it didn't come out correct. So tight control does not happen overnight. If you have gone a while being out of control, don't expect, oh well, yes, 3 days before my doctor's appointment, I'm just going to live the perfect diabetic life. That's not going to work. Don't get frustrated with the lows, because, or the highs, sorry. Your diabetes treatment is personal, but you need to discuss things with your doctor. You need to keep a family, close friend up to date. Every so often, I will take a friend of mine to the doctors with me, just so he can hear what actually is going on. Don't give up on you. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing. Thank you. My email is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com.